Guys, this is a part two. I had to split it because I made a mistake and closed it off.
Acquiring out of relationships is more women being more traditional because they believe that women who are traditional are feminine, and women who are independent and have their own money don't know anything about being traditional or feminine. So I have to consistently teach men that there are plenty of feminine, independent, wealthy, powerful women who have husbands who are also powerful and successful, and these two people are a power couple.
Oh
I have to
Lord.
consistently,
I have to
like, it's
consistently. Bitch, you don't have to consistently do shit. First of all, bitch, you oh Lord. You don't have a man. You got all these choices and options at 40 years old with a toddler and a head full of a big old wig on.
introduce the concept of a power couple to a lot of men. So I don't have to explain that to women.
And she 5'2" and 300 pounds.
Women already know they could find a man who is also on their level. You understand? Because men have already been working on being successful, generating income, doing whatever. There's plenty of men out there that have already worked on themselves and their careers, their money, and stuff like that. But women are starting to do that more. So now it's a lot of men out there who don't feel like they have a place anymore because they're no longer providers. But it also is weird to me because a lot of these men weren't providers to begin with. A lot of these men barely make $50,000 a year. So when they're looking for traditional women, they don't even have the traditional income to do that. They don't own houses. They don't, have a job that pays them well. They're just the average, like Joe Schmo, but they want to.
Excuse me, bitch. Sorry, that's a smack. That's one smack. I'm deleting the whole channel. It's like I'm just kidding. But did she just say you can't be traditional if you got a man making $50,000? Yo, I can't.
Woman to be in a traditional sense in the 1950s type of woman to where she didn't have to go to work. So I was watching some guy. He was telling me about some clips he saw, and he was saying that there was some guy, and I'm not sure if it was Kevin Samuels or whoever, but it was some guy who was saying that men should go out there and make a certain amount of money so their women don't have to work. Now, most women are not going for that in 2021. Okay, women have too many goals and too many things that we want to do, especially young women. So if you're looking for a younger woman, like say for instance you're 35, you're looking for a woman who's 25, 26, you got two choices, and I'm noticing it's only in two categories when you're dealing with women in their early 20s. Half of them want to be a sugar baby and don't want to work, but they don't genuinely love you to begin with. They only love you because of what you can do for them. So the second that you no longer have any money, or the money starts draining, that's when the strain is going to come on a relationship. So if you're over 35 and you make all of this money and you're looking for a younger woman to be with, you only got these two choices, which is the one who's the gold digger, who's going to go out there and try to use you for everything you got. Hopefully you put her on the wheel. This is what she's looking for. And then you have other young ladies out there starting their own businesses. And these are the women that a lot of men are trying to avoid because they feel like the women who are independent and powerful and strong and have their own money, they're not feminine. And that's the problem right there. They associate strength, wealth, power, and those things to masculinity. And not all women who are successful are masculine. Not all women who are successful are having trouble finding a man. For the most part, inside of the social circle I'm in, most of these women are mothers. Some of them aren't mothers, but they got a man. It's a lot of them that are also single as well because they're focused on their career. So it's different types of women inside of, the social circle I am in. But for the most part, none of them are
Girl,
masculine. Like none of the independent women I know are like these rah rah type of chicks that go off at the mouth and they don't have any type of self control
well, what are you? You rah rah. You be on here acting a damn fool, girl. Shut up.
or emotional intelligence. That's just not the social circle I've ever had, actually. It's like I've never had that. So I guess for me, it's
Oh,
very
Lord.
difficult for me to
It's
understand
very
men
difficult.
when they
It's
say
so
they.
difficult. Oh my God. It's so difficult. You know, let me just say, it's so difficult to whatever she was saying because I'm really not paying attention, but I'm trying to pay attention for this video. But there are so many people all over the world that have all kinds of problems. I feel very fortunate and very grateful to live in the United States. No matter how, you know, what is going on, I still feel very grateful because I have watched many videos, and I know that I can't travel to all these places. But there are so many people that really, 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 truly, truly suffer. Okay, and I'm not trying to downplay anybody else's suffering, but we have the ability to go to school, take care of our family, drive our little nice cars, live in our little nice house or apartments or whatever. And it just irks my soul every time she talks about something being it's so difficult. It's so difficult. Girl, if you don't
Keep
shut
running
the
into
hell
women
up.
who are independent on this quote unquote don't need a man tip, and they want to be disrespectful to men. That's so hard for me because I don't see it.
It's
And when
so
I say I don't see it of any
hard
Asian woman
to
around me,
say
because I'm not just
goodbye.
around women who are 40. I'm around women who are older than me. I'm around women who are younger than me. When you are in the type of industry that I'm in, as far as even IT, anything that has to do with IT or
Oh
telecom
Lord.
or um, just life coaching, entrepreneurship, investing. You meet so many different people, so many different races,
Driving
so many
Uber.
different genders and ages. It's not one specific like type of person that you're around. And I've noticed every single woman that I've interacted with, regardless to her race, regardless to her age, if she was a business owner or she was
Age,
wealthy,
race, and
she was so feminine.
sexuality.
So these women are walking inside of their femininity. They're not out here powerful and wealthy,
Oh my
independent, and
God.
disrespecting men. And it doesn't dim a man's light when a woman is successful. Okay, and I think a lot of men are being taught that their light is dimmed whenever a woman who is successful comes around. It's a lot of men being taught that they shouldn't go after successful women because they themselves are the only one who can possess success, because women shouldn't be doing anything but laying around and being cute. And to put women in such a box, like to put women in such a box.
Wait a minute. She's about to say some stuff coming up, and I'm about to go in on her ass for real. I don't know who said anything about laying around being cute, but go off, sis. Go off.
It's almost like a cage. Like men believe that women shouldn't do anything but sit around and be beautiful.
A cage. Bitch, why don't you try going down in the damn a dirt hole when it's your time of the month, bitch? In India. In other places around the world. Why you talking about women in cages and having it so hard? Like, what are you talking about?
Now I do feel like there are a lot of women out there that just want that. And I was telling a gold digger earlier today, a gold digger, she was doing a video earlier, and she was saying that inside of her comment section, women kept making fun of her because they were saying, "Oh, you just lay around and let some man take care of you." And she was like, "Yes, that's exactly what I do." I put the video inside of my Instagram story. You can go check it out. And I said to her, I said, "Listen, honey, if you feel like if this was your goal, if your goal was to find a man who is wealthy so he could take care of you and you could just lay around and do nothing, if that was your goal, then you've accomplished something. That makes sense. If that's your goal." And she said, "Your comment is dumb." I said, "How is that dumb? It makes sense. See, I can respect the fact that you a gold digger and you okay back. You haven't justified it. You just do what you want to do. I'm all for women doing what they want to do. See, I don't have to like what you
Oh
do,
Lord.
so I don't apply it to my life. But there is a special place in hell for women who do not support other women. Now, I may not like that this woman is a gold digger, and I do.
Oh, bitch, I know you ain't talking about supporting other women. I know you ain't talking. How about you support Sonya by not sleeping with her husband? You raggedy bitch.
Think it's manipulative to only go after men for money, because the second that money dry up and your ass wasn't investing, but you was spending money all on clothes and shoes and all of that nonsense, because the money.
And the second your pussy dry up and a nigga get you pregnant and he run off and go back to his fucking wife, bitch. You see what happened to your funky ass.
Don't stay forever. I just said earlier that something happened to the stock market over the weekend. Okay, over the past week, really. So the money don't always stay there. So if you're dealing with somebody who has wealth, you got to help them build it.
Yo, I already said in STL comment section, her trying to explain money management and money talk is like me trying to explain astrophysics.
You got to help them maintain it. And
Oh
you're not doing
Lord.
that if you're a liability, only laying around doing nothing. Right? But I said to her, if that's your goal and that's who you are and that's what you want, be proud of yourself. You got it. You did it, honey. You did the damn thing. But I could tell by the way she responded that she's not necessarily completely happy with just laying there, letting some man take care of her. That shit get old quick. Trust me, it get old. Like when you young.
Girl, trust you? How the fuck would you know? Hell, you can't keep a place. Apparently, they said you had 18, 17 evictions. And every time you turn around, you was moving some damn place, bitch. You don't know nothing about that life.
Young and shit, you in your early 20s, and you got a man wanting to take you everywhere you want to go on vacation. You can go. You want to buy what you want. You can do all that. You get bored. You're not doing anything. You have no purpose. You have no job. You're not doing anything but being a housewife. Your life starts to kind of feel like mundane.
First of all, who the fuck are you talking to and about? Who are you talking about? You don't know. Um, First of all, a woman that's being taken care of by her husband that may not have to do anything, quote unquote, for example, as far as getting up 9 to 5. Say for instance, Shani O'Neal or some shit. I don't know how the hell we end up talking about these millionaires, but anyway, or even I mean, let me see. Who do I know that could stay home? I can't personally think off the top of my head. But staying home doing nothing, okay, that might be for the top tier, you know, the multi millionaires and millionairesses that I mean, yeah, they can go shopping most of the day or whatever, whatever. But at the end of the day, there's some 100,000-aire, six-figure, high six figures, and you know, six-figure men who want their wife to stay home, and you know, they may not have a maid, um, or they may have a housekeeper come out, you know, a few times a month or whatever. But her whole attitude about this staying home doing nothing is really working my nerves, because I see plenty of women when they stay home, you know, if they have underage children that aren't going to school, a lot of women. Oh, matter of fact, oh, Chrissy. Oh, my girl Chrissy. Chrissy Marie. I love her, love her, love her, love her. Please check out her channel. She has 3 little babies. She has 3 kids under 6. Um, she has 2 teenagers who weren't living with her for a while. I mean, they may have just started living with her, whatever. She don't really show those two, so I don't know much about that. But she has a husband who drives or whatever, and he's out of town for, you know, weeks at a time or what have you. So she does not have to work. Apparently, she's a stay-at-home mom. She, they have a just they have an average lifestyle. The houses, I don't know if they own or rent, but the house is kept up beautifully. It's decorated beautifully. The little children, the three little girls, they're so precious, so precious. She she cooks. She got to do laundry. She cleans. Um, you know, and just because maybe she could squeeze out a few dollars for some help, but she might choose not to, you know. But her husband, and she hasn't mentioned anything about a side business, other than maybe just getting checks from YouTube, which, as far as I'm understanding, is not depending on how many, subscribers you have, whatever the case is. She has not talked about owning a business specifically that I'm aware of or anything like that, or working. So she stay at home mom. Trying not to ramble here. But I said that to say, depending on, it depends on how many children you have. They don't have any pets. So she's got the little kids, and she cooks the breakfast, the lunch, the dinner for them. She's technically like a single mom, for many weeks out of the month or the year or whatever. But that man is out there hustling and grinding, and he is taking care of everything financially. Now you could say, oh well, God forbid, what if he, left her? Because I worked with a white chick who, she got 10 brothers and sisters, and her father left her mother for another bitch with 10 kids, 10 plus children. Now ain't that some crazy shit? She told me the whole story, man. It's a sad, unfortunate story because her mom kind of went a little, loony or whatever. But anyway, this whole sitting around doing nothing and so on and so forth, for someone who probably makes six figures, low to mid six figures, and living comfortably, and the wife can stay home, but she's taking care of the children, she's cooking the meals, she makes sure when he comes home, because I noticed, she's excited when he comes home. She's got to do this and that before he gets home. She's got to make sure the car is clean. She's got to make sure, everything is clean. Everything is good for him to come home to. Are you kidding me? That is a job. She's talking about a rare instance. She's talking about millionaires who we don't have nothing to do with, which is the extreme, to the average person making $250,000-$350,000 a year, who can afford, depending on where you live, for your woman, your wife, to stay home. So anyway, she making my soul burn when she keeps saying that dumb shit. Sound like Hillary Clinton back in the 90s when she talked about staying home baking cookies, bitch.
And you aren't fulfilling anything. Every person has to have some type of purpose somewhere that has to do with them evolving as a person, not just them becoming, just the helpmate for another human being. It gets old with time. So when you're young, yeah, like you ever see.
Everything get old with time, bitch. That's why it's a choice. You choose to be together after things might get stale at times, and whatever the case is.
Young people go buy like brand new cars. Of course you could get a brand new car, when you in your early 20s because your credit score is immaculate, right?
No, your credit score ain't immaculate, you dumb bitch, because you don't have credit. You have to build credit. My 24-year-old daughter could not get no Lexus, Lamborghini, or nothing else unless I co-signed for a bitch because she had no credit. You dumb ass.
So they trying to give you ways to mess up your credit easy when you in your early 20s. It makes sense. They going around here with luxury cars, driving Maseratis and Lamborghinis and all of this foolishness.
Sound jealous to me, bitch.
But don't got their own apartment, don't got no land, don't got no investments.
Who is she talking about?
Nothing. Just got a decent credit score. And all they care about is their car. Like their car is the only thing.
I mean, not for nothing, with the exception of, a lot of young people, maybe with the exception of, you talking about maybe 18 to 21-year-olds. Yeah, that might be all they care about is a car. Is it that all you cared about at one point in time, bitch? Some things, yeah, after a while, it starts to come alive and you realize, but give people time to some people, they are, what's the word, selfish like that until they get a little older and wiser.
That is. It's a lot of young people that think that way. Okay, so when you young, you don't necessarily understand the day.
You know what I find funny, bitch? You raggedy bitch. For you to have had all them businesses, living with Andre. I don't know why I keep calling him Andre. Dre, Damo's father. Having all them businesses, one child, for 16 years. Bitch, where are you at now? What do you have now? Because I know if you had something, you would show it. But see, you try to manipulate and make it seem like, well, I can't show this and that no more because people are gonna find out where I live and find this and this and that and stalk me and yada yada. It's people here all the time showing their apartment. You can't get an address from somebody's damn furniture. But whatever.
Ahead of you. Like what possibly could change in your life to make you want to do something else with your life? Hey, Melanie, you have to have a purpose. You have to. And it can't be just laying up under a man. But if that's your goal, just understand your goals change with time. Like my goals when I was 25 are very different when I was 35. They changed, and then they changed again at 45, and then they changed again. Wait a minute, I'm not 45 yet.
Oh Lord, I gotta fast forward this shit.
That you've been all this time ain't yourself, because they're gonna find out. Because eventually you're gonna get tired of pretending. At some point, these men are gonna see who you truly are. Just like how you got to take your wig off and take your makeup off. At some point, you got to trust your man enough to be able to take it off. Trench coat, your heels are on point. You could be walking around here looking like Audrey Hepburn. What's her name? Audrey. What is that? Hepburn. You could be walking around looking like her. You could walk around and look like all of the chicks that claim they're so feminine. And at the end of the day, that still won't make you wealthy. It still won't make you classy and elegant, because class and elegance is from the inside out. You can't put something on the outside.
Oh, I didn't know class and elegance was putting your ass on the damn OnlyFans for the world to see, bitch. The ones that's dumb enough to pay for it. Class and elegance is you on here for 3 fucking years bashing your baby daddy. Class and elegance is on you on here talking about your Saint Coochie. Class and elegance is you staying in a motel parking lot. Class and elegance is you don't sound really educated. Like I really seriously doubt that you have a college degree. Um, you have no your speech and your speaking um I mean, I guess maybe unless you was reading something, but you are not an elegant. Put it this way: you are not an eloquent speaker, Soncerae. So therefore, maybe you need to go steal somebody's identity and start performing a little better because this mask is slowly falling off, or it's been off. But for the new people,
to make you classy. It's something that happens on the inside. Now, let me tell you something about me and the duality of me. I know how to get ratchet. Whether I'm talking to you in a feminine voice or
clearly, bitch.
a masculine one, you heard what the fuck I said. You
Oh,
know
there we go. There she goes. Oh, that's elegant.
what I'm saying? Like women of class or elegance or quality, we know how to camouflage. We can fit in.
Bitch, no. You shouldn't have to camouflage nothing. You should be who you are 24/7, 7 days a week. Now, granted, we might get a little proper if we speaking to the white folk, but you know, hell, you should be that way talking to business people, period. And when you're not a business, you can be more relaxed. But shit, I got family members that's um professionals, and I still don't hear them cussing when they at home just chilling. Like they don't cuss like that. My sister is a doctor. She don't really cuss. She don't talk vulgar. For real, for real. I mean, unless you bring it up, and she might just, let loose for a little bit. Cause I wanted to go to the strip club. She was willing to go to the strip club with me. A couple years ago or whatever. Not saying doctors can't go to the strip club, but it sounds like you not it, honey.
In any situation because part of being an entrepreneur or part of even being a successful person, you have to know how to improvise. Entrepreneurship is about improvising.
An entrepreneur, what, bitch? Entrepreneur is not the same as owning the business. What's the name of your business? What's the name of the company? Miss Yahora, Yaruba.
You, it's rare that you'll be able to just stick to one way of being. You have to know how to interact with all different types of people. Now, you do have to protect your energy and have some standards and some boundaries, but trust me, even when I was modeling, I got a lot of free stuff. Like designers that send you stuff. So that could be her if she's a model or a social media influencer or something like that. But the average woman who's walking around here wealthy, she's not spending a lot of money on handbags and shoes and clothes and stuff because it's not that deep. As you can see, like, let me give you an example. I don't know if you've seen this clip. Pause on the women right quick. Damn, Mark Zuckerberg was doing an interview with Diane Sawyer. And inside of this video, she asked him where did he live. And he was telling her that he didn't live in like this big ass luxury house, that he was like actually staying on in an empty apartment and laying on a mattress. This is a man who is a multi-billionaire laying.
Bitch, you comparing yourself to a billionaire? Like what kind of
In a tiny apartment on a mattress, no furniture. Go look it up. I think it's Mark Zuckerberg, and he's interviewing with Diane Sawyer, if I can remember this clip correctly. And he's basically telling her, "Oh, I don't live in no fancy dancy." Now he may do that now, but while he was becoming who he was not. He was not buying all of this stuff. Okay. What makes a woman wealthy has nothing to do with whether she's wearing Coco Chanel or Bath and Body Works. So I went onto my Facebook and I said, I'm gonna put this on my Facebook. I'm gonna put this on my Instagram. I went onto my Instagram and I made a tweet. First, I tweeted it, and I said to ladies,
Yeah, bitch, and open your Instagram
there
for
are
me.
wealthy women out there
Let me in.
that don't wear Coco Chanel or Bath and Body Works. That has nothing to do with wealth. Wealth is you being able to live anywhere in the world comfortably and to be able to invest in any type of venture that you want to. That's wealth. Being able to travel. That's wealth. Being able to have land. Being able to purchase multifamily units. And don't get me started on property. I posted something today about landlords. Landlords only get 10% of your rent because they have property taxes to pay and the mortgage to pay. So the most that a lot of these people who are renting their properties out to you is $600 to $1,000.
So, bitch, you just now finding this out? Miss I own Homeses. You just now finding this out? Why you ain't tell us this before, bitch?
A month off of you, which pales in comparison to how much they could make if they had a multi-family unit. So I tell people, don't even bother with just permanently renting out a property because the maintenance and stuff that you have to put into renting out your property is, to me, it's not breaking even. You understand? Like it just seems, I don't know, it just doesn't seem worth it to me.
It doesn't seem, Soncerae. It doesn't seem. That's a phrase you say when you don't really know, bitch. Because you don't. Continue.
Okay? 10%. Let that sit with you. 10%. I was like, no. And people buy properties and flip them, sell them. Like I tell people, go buy a tore down home, renovate it, and then
Why don't you go buy a tore down home, Miss Affluent? And let's see what you do with it.
sell it for more than what you bought it for. You can make a better profit doing that rather than buying a house, keeping it, and being somebody's landlord. That's what I think. It sounds like, because honestly, I feel like people don't. I know some people might stay in homes longer, but for the most part, a lot of people move often. I've noticed.
No, you
I
move
don't know, but
often.
I think it
Bitch, let
might.
me tell you something. I was in my first apartment when I moved back home for 10 fucking years, and then damn near about to be 20 years altogether. The first apartment I stayed in, I lived from '04 to shit. I think I've been here like 9 years now. My son will be 12. 9, let's say 9, because I live in the same neighborhood, but I went from an apartment to a house. 9 years here. No, let's just say 8 years here and about 8 years at the other place. So I've been in my neighborhood for the damn 16 years, 8 and 8, bitch.
See, the average person moves often. I'm not sure. I know that Grant Cardone, he doesn't like staying in one place. He likes renting. He doesn't like. If we're talking about Grant Cardone, undercover billionaire on Discovery Channel. He does not like. Oh, thank God my first TikTok account deleted. But I remember before that TikTok account was deleted, a girl came into one of my videos where I was saying that when wealthy women, affluent women, go on dates with men, we usually leave the tip because it's kind of like just a behavior, a class behavior. It's what I was taught.
A class behavior, what you was taught. Bitch, no, you heard me. You heard me say that dumb shit after. I don't know why I started doing that, but because I dated somebody. We had went out, on quite a few dates or whatever, and then I started to pay for the tip, bitch. It didn't come right off the bat. Shit, I don't even know where it came from. One day I was just like, well, let me just go ahead and get a tip. But bitch, no, you wasn't taught that.
Right. So I was saying women who don't leave the tip when they go on a date with a guy are basic. And inside of this video, I had on a Scooby Doo shirt. I think I had bought the Scooby Doo shirt maybe the day before. Now this goes back to what I said about wealth and being a minimalist. When you're wealthy, you can wear what you want, go what you want, do what you want to do. Okay, that's your business. So I'm sitting in the car doing a video with a Scooby Doo shirt on. Girl comes into the chat. Oh, we can tell you basic because you clearly ain't got no money because you got on a Scooby Doo shirt.
No, you basic bitch because you sit in a car with that foofy ass wig on instead of going to your room and making a partition in your room so you could do your damn videos, but you don't want the people to hear lights out at 9 o'clock, bitch. And that's, you know what? Let me not laugh because that's not funny that she living in a homeless shelter, but still, bitch, come on here trying to make her like she's some. You know I want to get on her ass. What's that pimp on soft belly? Underbelly, soft belly. That high yellow one, the light skin one with the glasses. I bet if he approached her ass, he'd have her ass on that damn street so fast. I forget his name. He fine too.
I was like, so you think if I had on what? Fendi or Louis Vuitton
Yep.
or something like that
Yeah,
would mean
bitch.
that I'm wealthy?
Mm-hmm.
See, wealth to me isn't my clothing or my shoes or my any of
Well,
that.
what kind of car are you driving?
I like to look nice, but I'm not going to spend ridiculous amounts of money on my physical appearance. I'm going to wear what I want.
Okay, so if you so wealthy, what's wrong with having a couple Michael Kors bags and maybe spending $200 or $300 on a few bags, maybe three, four, five bags, and then one Louis Vuitton. You know what I'm saying? And then the rest, you get here and there or whatever. That ain't splurging. That ain't really splurging if you got it. That's not a splurge, is it? Buying couple pairs of $200, three, four, $500 shoes just to have because you earned it and you work hard, bitch. That's splurging. That's living wild. Yeah, okay.
So if I want to wear a Scooby Doo shirt with a blazer, some jeans, and some heels, that's what I want to do. That's like me. That's like women feeling some type of way about the vice president because she likes to wear pearls and chucks. You see how ridiculous that is?
No, you ridiculous, bitch, because she was wearing pearls because of the damn fraternity or sorority she in, bitch.
The vice president of the United States.
And don't you ever compare yourself to the vice president, bitch. That sound dumb. Oh Lord.
Even though she's wearing chucks, it's not going to stop her from being the president of the United States. Just like me wearing a Scooby Doo shirt isn't going to stop me from being wealthy. The only thing that would stop me from being wealthy is Soncerae not doing what.
You know the one. You know the number one reason why we know she's not wealthy, y'all. What's the number one reason, everybody? Because she has mentioned how wealthy she is 1,000,000 times. Okay, that's something wealthy people don't do. I'd rather see you wear a motherfucking Fendi, bitch, than to keep talking about how you got it. Because you bragging is just as worse as fucking showing off a $500-$600 pair of shoes. What the hell? Now I'm sitting here thinking about this shit. And she trying to downplay like she don't, she's so modest and she's so frugal. Frugal Fanny. But yet and still every other word, I'm so wealthy, I'm so wealthy. No, bitch. Yeah, put you on a Fendi shirt and just, do it like that.
She's supposed to do in order for her to be wealthy. Not a goddamn Scooby Doo shirt. But can you imagine trying to explain to people that To me,
Bitch, you don't have to explain a motherfucking thing, bitch.
wealth is me being comfortable anywhere in the world. Like me being able to live wherever, or to spend money on wherever, or go wherever. Not be
And where are you going? I want to come. Where you going, bitch?
able to buy a handbag and some shoes that I can only wear once or twice because 9 times out of 10 I'm gonna end up having to take a picture in it or do a video in it.
What? She said something coming up. She was saying about I think what's she talking about? What's the girl name that wore the same dress? The girl from the show, the movie Girlfriends. Tiffany. Tiffany wore her that expensive dress. What, for the 8th time now? Bitch, you can wear a name brand shirt more than once. The fuck? And then half the time, shit, you in your car, so can't nobody see what you got on. I mean, what the what? She can't wear high end name brand stuff because she got to take a picture in them.
You know, like if I have on a $500,000 gown on,
Here we go. Here we go. Extremes, bitch. Extremes. Who walks around in $500,000 dress?
only wear this gown once to the Oscars. I can't put this gown on every time I want to go to the grocery
It's a damn
store.
shame.
I just wasted $500,000 to go to
Damn
the Oscars.
shame.
I don't think so. You know what I'm
She
saying? Like,
comparing $500,000 to a pair of funky old $250, $300 pair of shoes that she obviously can't afford to buy.
I'm good. No, I'm just gonna wear what I want because I'd rather spend $400,000, $500,000 on something that's worth it. Some kind of return, something. I'd rather spend $400,000 on an experience before I spend it on a gown.
Oh God, here we go with the experience. Oh, like the popping bottles and buying TVs for everybody in the neighborhood. And not taking Dominique to Disney World, bitch.
It makes more sense. People are very materialistic and they think wealth and materialism go together, and it doesn't. Usually, wealthy people who are extremely materialistic are broke. Now, one thing that you can
Oh
tell
my
by a
God.
person who's wealthy is sharing financial wealth tips and a lot of traveling. Usually,
Oh,
wealthy people know
really?
we're wealthy people because most of us are in the airport.
Oh. Well, then I must be wealthy. Oh, wow. Thanks, Rat.
All right, that's how that goes.
Oh, wow.
So,
When the last time you been in the airport, bitch, since you got on the plane from Atlanta to Cali? That was what going on 3 years ago now, bitch.
I was thinking about in November, right? I'm going to leave the country, and I was thinking about
Leave and don't come back.
taking y'all with me. Now, I've been scared to do a trip. Like I was going to, I have a single mom group. It's 3,000 moms in there.
Oh,
I was
Lord.
going to do a trip. I did a trip for my YouTube followers. Maybe I don't know. I think it was 2012. No, it was like 2014.
The trip never happened, y'all. The trip never happened.
I did a cruise,
She's
and I was
lying.
thinking about doing that again.
She didn't go
But then
on
I
no cruise.
realized
She's a
that
fucking liar. You know, you subscribers of hers. You guys are some gullible ass people. What line of cruising did she use? I want to know.
maybe I don't want to do that because I feel like my privacy. Like I've been trying to keep my privacy. I don't
She don't want to travel outside of the country because of her privacy? Wait, what? Say what now?
post my kids as much. I don't post what I'm doing. I don't like even when I go out when I travel and stuff. I don't take pictures. I don't
Girl, oh, so that's
don't
your excuse. When you wait, is you talking about out of town or traveling in your neighborhood?
do it. Because I don't want my
Bitch, how about you travel your ass down to Rodale Drive so I can see some sights, okay? Not everybody want to come fucking come to Tracy or wherever the hell you at. Bitch, nobody want you. I want to see some sights, Soncerae. You show me some sights. I want to see Rodale Drive, Melrose, Beverly Hills. Go stop by the Kardashians. You could take a picture where my daughter went to go take a picture at a mural, Kobe's mural. Do that. Um, she took a picture there at Kobe and Gigi's mural. Go to freaking what's his name shop? What's the boy that died? Whatever his name is, Laura London's baby daddy. Bitch, take us to Disneyland. You don't have to post. First of all, bitch, you don't have to post the pictures until you come back. Until you finish with the trip. How about that? Now challenge that, bitch. Post the pictures when you come back. You ain't got to do the shit live. The hell? Who you think you fooling? Girl,
my personal life to be all over the internet. And that's
She
weird.
don't want her personal life to be all over the internet. Yet she dragged I was about to say Chris Brown. She dragged people onto the internet so that when people followed up with these people and put her ass on blast, you know what I'm saying? She did that to herself, but it's we all up in her business. No, bitch, you put us in your business. And now we staying in your motherfucking business, bitch. And obviously it ain't hard to find out where motherfucker at if they found out you was in Tracy. So what difference do it make if you post? Should get you a gun and keep it at your bedside if you that damn scary bitch.
For me, because I see everybody else and they're posting their vacations and shit like that. I don't want
Uh-huh.
to post where I'm dating.
Yeah, you
I
hate
don't want
her.
to post my food. I don't even want to take a picture of my food. I
Mm.
was like, how did I get to this point where I'm a social media person and this is what I do and my ass don't want to post nothing?
I'm ass don't want post nothing. Yeah, bitch, because we got control over you, bitch. We won. We won. You do what we say, bitch. We got control. That's why you ain't gonna post shit no more, bitch. Because we are in control of you. The fuck?
And not nothing, but I don't want to post anything that might be appealing to other people.
What?
You know? I
Well,
just
hell, you post them damn naked pictures on OnlyFans. That shit ain't appealing.
I don't know what's going on with it. So anyway,
Yeah, you
I
don't
just
know
wanted
what's
to do
going
this
on with
live
you.
stream right quick about this because this is one of the struggles that I'm having with life coaching.
Oh Lord, she having struggles, y'all. She's struggling.
One of the biggest struggles that I'm having with life coaching is emptying people's minds with the toxicity that's been pumped into it. That's creating this.
Bitch, who gave you that? Who gave you that cross to bear? Jesus? I didn't know he did that. Or maybe Buddha did it. Bitch, that is not your cross to bear. Ain't nobody pressed about you trying to clear nobody's mind.
Vision. Like, it's so bad that I could be saying something positive to somebody and they still are so hell bent on the toxicity that's been put in their mind that they think I'm being negative. That's how bad it is. I'm like, you don't even
You are
realize
negative.
how terrible you sound. But for example, if you look through my videos, I posted this clip of this girl named Dana. In it, she's talking about how men don't like women and how the reason why men, black men who are, crooks basically.
Shit, the men I know love me. Shit. Even if they do, even if a man, okay, they say only wants sex, um, or however you want to say it, all they want is sex, and some men will admit, like, yeah, I want sex or whatever. That be on their mind when they see a nice looking woman or what have you. But, I love my men friends. I love my men friends. And they loved me. If they didn't love me, they wouldn't have helped me move. They wouldn't help me take me to the emergency room when my back was hurting. Uh, take me out to dinner. Or, we laugh and talk and kick it. And just wanting to be in your company. I mean, yeah, they might want to fuck too, but they still want your company. Shit, they can call somebody else. But they thinking about you. So speak for yourself, bitch, because don't nobody hate me.
Who are dusties don't really like women. And the reason why they don't like women has to do with how they grew up. Now, you guys have heard me say that if you've been listening to my channel for a while, you've heard me
And
say
what
that.
constitutes as hating women, bitch? Because you said Kevin Samuels hate women. Just because he get on here and say and talk his shit and say shit that hurt people's feelings. I mean, I'm past my feelings getting hurt, honey. I don't know, how your masculine ass can be so sensitive. But if a woman calling in his show that's got 4 motherfucking kids talking about by 4 different men talking about she ain't graduated from high school or whatever, she deserved to get her ass told, to a certain extent. He ain't no damn therapist and he ain't no psychiatrist. The hell you calling in on a YouTube show anyway for, bitch? Go see a damn. You got welfare. They provide some sort of mental mental health. The fuck? And that's the last thing a bitch should be worrying about is dating with 4 fucking kids.
A lot of the men who flood my YouTube channel and thumbs down everything.
It ain't just men, bitch. It's women too.
Most of them are dusties, and they feel so much hatred towards women. So
is that the only what's the word? Is that the only damn, the only negative term she could come up with? Dusty.
Dana is speaking about this. She's saying, and when I try to explain this to men, they think that I'm just out of my mind because they're so stuck on the narrative, the false narrative, that the reason why.
Why does she have to try to explain anything to anybody, bitch? That's what they say. That's part of being psychotic and fucking narcissistic, because you really come across as somebody who think they know every fucking thing, and I can't stand
Our
it.
community is the way that it is because of single mothers. They are stuck on not taking accountability as men, and then they wonder why the destruction of the community is even happening. This is why it's happening because these men who
no, destruction of the community is because us women open our fucking legs up. We not getting raped, bitch. We open our legs up, let the man do what he do, and we don't worry about whether or not he already tied down to somebody else.
More valuable than what they are if they would apply themselves and actually lead. It wouldn't be so many abandoned children out here. They say single mothers make betas. You know why it's so many betas? It's because it's no alphas or it's no masculine men. And I'm so tired of using alpha and beta. I gotta find a whole new term Because I'm so sick of men flinging around their definitions, and I keep trying to explain to men. It's simple to me. It's alpha's a good man, beta's a bad
Yeah,
one.
because you
That's how
simple.
I use it. I don't use it the way that other people use it. Like, people are like, a beta is just
Oh,
somebody
Lord.
who's, basically subset. The traditional way of doing things is over. It's 2021. It's not 1950 anymore. You can't go back to the way things used to be because people used
The
to.
traditional way is over. So, what are you saying? What do you mean? That's not up to you, bitch. People still gon' people if people want to have a family, a nuclear family, just because you buying into the hype that's on the fucking Twitter and Instagram. No, people still have values. People still want to get married and have a husband and a wife and the 2 little kids. Just because the shit didn't happen for you, bitch. That's why you so anti-marriage now. You bitter ass troll. Trollop.
Use a rotary phone. We don't use it anymore. We use a smartphone. The world has evolved so much that that type of thing is over. Women were getting married.
And you know what, man? I just love the fact that now, if you end up with this woman, oh shit. What was I gonna say? I forgot.
They needed to use a man for room and board. We couldn't do certain things around that time. And certain things we just could not do. Women no longer have those issues. I think a lot of men feel like women were being housewives.
Oh, so women don't have issues now? And you talking about it's so hard, it's so difficult.
Shit like that because we were genuinely in love with these men. Nah, most of these women could not fend for themselves. We can fend for ourselves financially. Now, it doesn't mean that we don't need men. We just don't need men financially in the way that women used to back then. Financially, right now, even just in the United States alone, most of the households need to be two-income households to begin with if you want to get out of poverty. A lot of these underachieving men, these men who are making under $50,000 a year, are the main ones talking about being a provider and don't even have the income to do it. Most of the households need to be two-income, especially after COVID, especially after the pandemic. Two-income households.
Oh Lord Jesus.
And some people are afraid to do this. But to me, I felt like I had nothing to lose.
You clearly right. You don't have shit to lose. You don't have no more self-respect. You don't have no respect. Especially on these YouTube streets. You don't have no fucking self-respect. Cause you done told all your damn business online. Sat up there with your daughter and named off 15 damn men that she done met and that you was supposed to have been engaged to.
Thing to gain by improving who I was and attracting a better group of people. Because what I was attracting before was too toxic, even on this platform. So when I come onto this platform,
and you still attracting them, which means your energy is still off, bitch.
Now, I appreciate the people that listen to me and you come in my comment section and you give me the best shit to work with because you have something intellectual. You have something valuable. It gives me something to work on. It gives me opportunity to figure out what else to put on this platform because it's about creating the content that you want to see here. I can't create content for you to see if you don't come in the comment section or the chat with something valuable for me to work on.
Girl.
If you aren't saying anything intellectual or you aren't bringing anything valuable and it's just
so why don't you just ignore those comments? Leave your comment section open. Ignore those comments or just delete them. Because we're still going to make our videos. You ignore those comments or delete them and read through the comments that that you can appreciate. Like, I ain't never seen somebody that pays so much attention to the haters yet and still, claim to be so fucking successful. How you that successful and you constantly talking about the haters, bitch?
Insults or anger or emotion, I can't work with that. I can only work with logic. And that's why I keep asking people, bring me some logic. Because if you bring me logic, I can build something from that. I can
This is
create something
hilarious. That's
entertaining.
why she this allows her to say that what she continues to believe unrealistically, that she's the only one that's got good sense, because nobody's bringing to her logic. Nobody's intellectual enough.
Until then, you know, you just don't
You
say nothing.
know.
You feel me? It's nothing that you can say.
Mm-mm.
But yeah, so that's my mental health, because I was believing what everybody else believed. You know what I mean? Not my family, not my friends, not the people that knew me, but complete strangers who were purposely provoking me to believe I was something that I wasn't. Right?
All right, y'all. On that note, this video is over an hour now. So, thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed. I tried to be funny as possible. You know how I do. That thumbnail and that title is gonna be what? Off the chain. All right, here we go.